What's going on, y'all? It's Player Partner Cal. I want to tell y'all my story real quick about COVID-19 and how getting COVID-19 saved my life. Last year, I remember falling real sick, real sick out of nowhere. My throat started hurting real bad to where I could hardly swallow. I could barely talk. And I just started getting real bad symptoms. I thought I was coming down with the flu or something. So I did what any other man would do. I ignored it. That's what I did for the first couple of days. I said, okay, it's nothing. It's going to go away, whatever. So I'm Googling the symptoms of COVID-19 and I'm seeing that I'm having the same symptoms and whatnot. So I finally got forced into getting the test. I go take the test. A few days pass. This is before they had rapid testing. They come back and they tell me, sir, you have COVID-19. You have to immediately quarantine yourself for the next 14 days. So that's what I did. I remember quarantining and my symptoms were clearing up, but all of a sudden, it's like the shit just came down like a wall of bricks. I remember being on bed rest. I was sleeping at least 18 hours a day. And it wasn't like a whole straight 18 hours, but you know what I mean? Like, I literally get up, use the bathroom, try to watch some TV on my phone, and just go to sleep for hours at a time. That happened, and I remember getting on a scale in between all of this, and I noticed something. I noticed that I lost like 11 pounds. So when I saw that number, when I saw I lost 11 pounds, I was like, hold on, this is it. What do I mean by this is it? I said, this is the time for me to take back control of my life. I wasn't eating. So I said, okay, let me use the way I'm living now with being sick, with not eating, and let me just implement that into my everyday routine. Because like I told y'all before, I used to go to Chick-fil-A every day, Chipotle every day. It's a place up here in the DC area called Dog House. I used to demolish that almost every weekend or whatever. So me being sick and me losing my appetite helped me. So when I saw those 11 pounds being taken away, I was like, okay, let me take advantage of this right now. Because if I didn't take advantage of it right then, I was never going to take advantage of it. I was going to stay being where I was at. So I basically just implemented my sick eating into the way I eat now. I cut the fast food out during the week. I started cooking for myself. And like I said, if I did cheat, I cheat on the weekends. But it was COVID that did it. That was the jump start, right? I was always working out. I was always doing what I had to do in the gym, but my eating habits had not changed. So when I got sat down and I had that time to reflect, like I said, I told myself, man, if you don't do this now, you're never going to do this. So I made the decision. Well, I didn't make a decision. COVID made the decision for me to get my life right. I know some people have had this virus and they've died from it, and that's unfortunate. But for me, it wasn't that case. I did my quarantine, took my meds, and I said, all right, here's my second chance at life. It's really not a second chance. It's like the third, fourth, fifth, probably like 100 chance. This is my chance to do it. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. You know, sometimes people get sick or whatever and they drop weight and then they gain it back. I didn't do that. That 11 pounds turned into 60 pounds. And if it wasn't for COVID, if it wasn't for the coronavirus, I probably still had that big face. I still had that big neck. I still had a big stomach. I wouldn't have all these muscles right now because I took that opportunity to turn my life around. That it could have went two ways, right? Of course, it went the positive way, but it could have went the way to where I wouldn't even be here right now. And I never said anything about it because it was my story to have. But I'm sharing that with y'all now. Do I recommend that you go out and get sick? No, don't do that. It's just in my situation, it took me getting sick for me to make better choices in my life, right? Because I know they like to say, if you have underlying health conditions, COVID can take you out of the game. Luckily, it didn't take me out of the game because I was halfway doing what I needed to do. Now, what if I would have got COVID and I wasn't working out at all? Just imagine what could have happened to me. I'll probably still be fighting right now. It didn't affect me to where I couldn't breathe. I could still breathe, but it was basically severe flu-like symptoms. But I knew I could beat it. Like when I was going through that, I never thought like, okay, I'm not gonna wake up one day. I never thought it was gonna be that bad. It was bad. Trust me, it was bad. But it went to the point where I thought I was gonna die. So it's a cliche term, but I said, if this don't kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. And it made me stronger. I'm here today, 60 pounds lighter, trying to be 70 pounds lighter by next month. So I just took advantage. And that's what this video is about. It's about taking advantage of opportunities. Even though it might be a defeat right now, you can turn that defeat into a win later on, right? But the only way you're going to do that is to sit yourself down and tell yourself, this is my last chance. And I really feel like me getting COVID last year was my last chance for me to ever get to what the point I'm at now, because I would have never imagined I'd be at the point to where I'm running 20 miles a week, to where I thought I was going to be in the 220s, coming from 290. I never in my life thought I would have ever came to that point again, but I did it. And I want to thank COVID, because if it weren't for that virus, I wouldn't have turned my life around. Thankfully, I was already doing stuff. I was already doing self-work, self-improvement, right? I was already doing that, but that was the boost I needed that I didn't know I needed. Would I have gotten there without it? Probably not. I don't know. Because I still wasn't eating right, so I probably wouldn't have got there. It would have took me way longer. But that was the thing that kicked off this journey for me, as far as physical, because I was already doing it mentally. But hey, it is what it is. I'm here to tell y'all. Like I was talking to my partner today, you got to get your mind right first. It has to be in your mind. In my situation, it happened with the body, with that virus. But if I would have still had a weak mind, I just would have went back to that poor diet that I was doing. I would have went right back to it. I would have relapsed, and I wouldn't be here making this video. I'll probably be somewhere eating snacks, getting fat, like Dirty said. But that didn't happen for me. But anyway, that's my short video for today. Chilling out, gonna rest and relax, think about my life, think about the next move, and I advise y'all do the same. Get your ass up.